So here's an interesting dichotomy. Just 2 weeks ago, Democrats were busy proposing new laws to keep teens from voluntarily eating laundry soap. Today, it's been nearly a week since a gunman opened fire at a Florida high school, killing 17 and wounding about a dozen more. And now suddenly, Generation Tide Pod has become the leading authority on gun policy over millions of law-abiding Americans who own firearms. Hey guys, welcome back to Reality Check on MRCTV. I'm Brittany Hughes, and ever since the ring of gunfire faded from the halls of that high school, the media has been exploiting dozens of emotionally rattled children to push their own anti-Trump gun-grabbing agenda. Cameras have focused nonstop on student lions at the White House. Teen after teen after teen have been dragged on stage and handed a microphone to be used as poster children for the anti-gun left. Never mind that these are kids who just went through a horribly shocking event and should probably be in therapy. Never mind that this is the same age group that supposedly needs government intervention to keep from voluntarily chowing down on laundry detergent. Never mind that just last week they were portrayed as helpless little children who couldn't defend themselves. Now, suddenly they are policy experts who should be allowed to dictate the rules that the rest of us have to live by. Why? Well, because that's what plays best to the left's agenda today. These are kids who are too young to own a gun. Most have probably never even shot a gun. I could probably count on one hand the number of them who could accurately tell you the difference between an automatic weapon and a semi-automatic one, or could tell you what kind of ammo an AR-15 uses and how it's really not that much different than a common bolt-action hunting rifle. And it doesn't take a genius to see that many of these kids have clearly been coached on what to say in front of all of these cameras. They're spitting talking points like NRA blood money and no one needs an assault rifle. What they don't know is that the NRA has only given about $4 million in political donations since 1998, which is a tiny drop in the bucket compared to most political lobbying groups. Planned Parenthood, for example, donated about $38 million between 2012 and 2016 alone. But of course, why use facts and logic when you can just exploit a traumatized 15-year-old, right? Why bother coming up with an actual policy proposal when you can simply holler yourself hoarse about how guns are evil and then shove a crying child in front of a camera? See, here's the thing. Screaming gun control is not a policy. Yelling about common sense gun laws is not a plan. And parading around traumatized children who should probably be sitting in a psychiatrist's office instead of grandstanding at your microphone is not proof. It's propaganda. And I am so terribly sorry about what happened in Florida. I am. I am so sorry that there are evil men hell-bent on doing evil things and that innocent people end up suffering for it. And I am sorry that there are children lying in hospital rooms with bullet holes, and that hundreds more will carry the invisible scars of last week's tragedy for the rest of their lives. And yes, they have every right to speak their minds and be heard. But that does not mean that the same generation that 2 weeks ago was scarfing down laundry detergent and we had to pass laws about it, who've never owned guns and who've never had a family to protect, suddenly get to tell me what 250-year-old constitutional rights I have to give up, simply because the media has decided to use them as prop pieces in this you versus us political game. That's not how rights work. That's not how policy works. And I'm not giving up my guns just because the left never lets a good crisis go to waste. And that's your Reality Check, America. Subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And stay sane out there.